The next issue opens in Gotham Harbor, where we see the wounded Bruce and the other Bat family members recovering from the Justice League attack. Knowing that the sun would be up soon, Batman warned the others to be ready, for the vampires would be back to finish them this night. Making his way to the hideout, Nightwing checked to see that everyone was safe, only to realize that Batgirl was not amongst their numbers. That would be due to her still fighting off the undead invasion her and the Suicide Squad were dealing with as they fought off their fellow infected members. Sick of wasting time, Harley Quinn decided to radio to Amanda Waller, informing her of their compromised teammates. Without hesitation, Waller enacted the explosives within the infected members' heads, therefore neutralizing the lives of King Shark and Parasite, and sadly Captain Boomerang, who was not infected but was just so unimportant to Harley that she forgot to mention he was not a vampire. Back in Gotham Harbor, we see the Robins barricading the doors in the event of a vampire ambush, only for it to be completely pointless as we see the infected Wonder Woman and Green Lantern effortlessly walk right through the front door, asking to talk. Surprisingly being quite calm and civil, Diana and Hal offered Bruce and his family one last chance to become vampires to help rule the night in this new world order, only of course for the Dark Knight to refuse. This then resulted in yet another all-out brawl with the heroes, with the already badly injured Batman, who went to pierce Diana with another stake. This would fail once again as the Amazon would retain him with the lasso of truth, remarking that his capture was quite easy. Batman, being the mastermind he was, would reveal this to be yet another trap, where he had Red Hood activate a series of simulated solar panels that immediately began to burn the flesh off the seemingly invincible Wonder Woman. Containing Diana with her own rope, Bruce and the others set their sights on Green Lantern, who vowed that they could never stop what was coming, no matter how hard they fought. Summoning a series of metal tendrils, Hal held Batman and the others in the air, where he went to crush them, only for Bruce to enact the second phase of his plan, which was Alfred, armed with an axe, who straight up chopped Hal's arm with his ring completely off, thus nullifying his lantern powers. With a powerless, armless Green Lantern burning in the fires of Bruce's simulated sun, it would appear our heroes had the victory, at least for now. We are then taken back to the warehouse where Barbara and the Suicide Squad were seen taking out the last batch of their vampire attackers. Relieved that the nightmare was over, Deadshot then peeled away another layer of the mystery, where within a closet, he discovered the blood-drained corpse of none other than the Joker, their target and believed mastermind behind this undead takeover. Puzzled by this discovery, the team then wondered just who this supposed king of the vampires may be. Meanwhile, the Bat family looked on at their former friends as they burned before their very eyes. The still defiant vampiric Hal would reveal to Green Arrow that despite this defeat, his king would reveal himself from the shadows and take his throne. Looking on at his old friend in disgust, Oliver told the bloodied Hal that he wanted to understand something. Asking just what this was, Green Arrow wanted to know if his old comrade was still within this monstrous blood-hungry beast. It is here that we see Lantern show the most of his humanity that we have seen this whole tale, where he reveals that it is indeed still him. That despite being slightly changed, this Hal Jordan still had all the memories of their adventures together, and it was still him inside. A saddened Ollie then told the man this is what he was afraid of, for the friend that he loved like a brother was still somewhere trapped inside this demon, and he could never forgive him for killing Barry Allen. In the very next panel, we see Green Arrow stab Lantern through the heart, turning the seemingly all-powerful vampire into a pile of ash. Seeing the turmoil that Oliver was in, Bruce went to apologize, where Ollie snapped telling him he had no room to talk until he had to put down one of his loved ones himself. As Ollie stormed out for some fresh air, Batman received a radio call from Batgirl where she told him just what she had encountered on her mission with the squad, and that the Joker was not their supposed leader as they thought, and it was in fact one of them. After hanging up, Bruce looked on at his family members, where they asked if everything was alright, where, to keep suspicion down, he told them that Barbara had found the Joker and was coming back to give details. Before he could even finish his sentence, Bruce felt a fist plunge through his back and heart, his attacker being revealed as Nightwing. In a shocking reveal, we see that Dick Grayson was the Vampire King all along and had killed his adoptive father, for he knew he could never be trusted, not even as a vampire. Horrified at what they had just witnessed, the Bat family lunged at their brother, who engaged them all without effort, given his new undead powers. As the carnage commenced, Damian, with tears in his eyes, looked on at the bloodied corpse of his father, telling him to hang on, but it was no use. Batman was gone. As Nightwing tore through the Bat members, Ollie told Alfred that they must get to safety before they were all killed, revealing that he knew Batman's escape plan. A furious Tim Drake then slammed into Grayson's back, asking him how he could do something like this. Grabbing the Robin and slamming him into the ground, Nightwing then began to pummel the boy, telling him that Bruce would have done the same, and given his new rank, he was preventing a mass genocide that Batman supposedly would have caused. Asking how he passed the test, Dick told the hero that even though they could not turn Starfire, they captured her and were able to use her alien blood to modify his, making him appear human temporarily by even Batman's standards. Showing not even the smallest form of mercy, Nightwing then twisted Tim's neck, thus ending the life of this Robin, his own brother. While this madness was occurring, Alfred had arrived in a speedboat where Arrow waited with the wounded body of Cassandra Cain. Back inside, we see an exasperated Damian Wayne blindly attack Grayson, swearing that he would kill him for what he did. Despite Oliver's pleas to get him to retreat, Damian would not listen to reason, where he lunged at the man, only to be caught in his arms, where he began to feed on his blood, infecting the young boy with the vampire virus. As Alfred went to get Cassandra to safety, Red Hood bought them time by engaging Grayson in combat, telling him that he knew he would screw up one day, and that he would be the one to end him. Pinning the Vampire King against the wall, Jason went to enact his vengeance, only to get attacked from behind by the released vampire Wonder Woman, who infected him as well. Holding the wounded hero in her arms while he turned, Jason whispered to Oliver to do it, where out of nowhere an arrow would pierce his heart, thus killing him before his transformation could be complete. This strike would come from Green Arrow, who is already halfway across the harbor with Alfred and Cassandra, where they got to safety. The victorious Nightwing would then tell Wonder Woman to let them go, as they were no longer a threat, and the pair watched on as their kind fully created this new world. We then see this horror in full effect, where an infected Superman would use his heat vision to blow up the White House, and Firestorm burn the world's forest, plunging this Earth into a lifeless orb of darkness. Delighted at this calamity, Grayson told Diana that this world was now theirs, and the eternal darkness had begun.